Yeah. Thank you. Thank you and thank you. Welcome to the Calvin Dean Show, sponsored by the NFL Network. This is Calvin Dean. This is my official 2021 Calvin Dean NFL mock draft. It's going to be fun, people. I'm just going to go over different things, who I think is going to be number 1, 2, and 3. Of course, we all know who's going to be number 1. Trevor Lawrence, hello. But, we're going to break some things down. There's some big happenings like in the NFL lately. A lot of big news to go about everyone. I mean, for number 1, Ron Rivera named Ryan Fitzpatrick as Washington's number 1 QB, but there will be some competition, sure. And, there's been some great things that have been going on. Carson Wentz, loving life with T.Y. Hilton. That's going to be fun to see, and Deshaun Watson, unfortunate bad news for that on that front. And Deshaun Watson's just had his 21 lawsuits, 21 sexual misconduct lawsuits against Mr. Deshaun Watson. Man, I mean, 21. Oh, what is this guy, Wilt Chamberlain? I mean, really? Wilt Chamberlain? That's funny. Anyway, I feel sorry for the guy. I really do feel sorry for the guy. I just would like to see him work it out. And but you have to be on the side of the females as well. And if he is that predator like they say he is, then we need to have some justice in that. And then we have Antonio Brown news. Antonio Brown, talk about people who've been in the news as sexual predators. Antonio Brown. Anyway, sorry, I had to do that one. He is talking about returning back to the Buccaneers. So they're saying, but they're not close on money right now, but they'll get there. I bet you Tom Brady will talk him into coming back to the Buccaneers for another year, a hurrah year. You know what I mean? The Colts solidified their defense by signing former Steelers defensive back Sean Davis to a 1-year deal, which that's pretty big as well. Now, mind you, this whole week has been about the draft, where Kyle Shanahan, they flipped from, they went from number 12 to number 3, and they gave some draft choices away to the Philadelphia Eagles. That right there tells you that Philadelphia is not going after a quarterback. Just tells you right there. And then, unfortunately for Jimmy G, the San Francisco 49ers, or what we just call them Nicky's 49ers, that's what it is. My good friend Nikki up in San Francisco, it's her 49ers, man. So let's just call them Nicky's 49ers. And I'm telling you something. Jimmy G is it's not looking good for him. Not looking good for him, because they will be drafting number 3, and they just went to the Alabama pro debut of Mac Jones from Alabama, and the guy looked all world. He looked all world. So they're really, really looking for some, they're looking for a quarterback, guys. They're just looking for a quarterback. Now, it could be Justin Fields, mind you. I don't think so, because that's not Kyle Shanahan's offense. Justin Fields is not his offense. And then Mr. Wilson, that's not his offense as well. Well, it could be. It could be. I mean, Zach Wilson is, he's a great quarterback. I don't think he is what the San Francisco 49ers are looking for. And certainly the Jets aren't looking for Mac Jones as well. It looks pretty good. I mean, that the reason why San Francisco traded down and why they went to Mac Jones is Shanahan. He was there on pro debut, and Mac Jones reminds me of a little like Matt Ryan. Has that profile, and Shanahan. Hello, I mean, he went to the Super Bowl. Matt Ryan. So, and, Jimmy G, he had his chances. He brought the team to the Super Bowl and missed that one pass in the Super Bowl. Wideout was, so he was open, definitely open for a good 2-3 yards open. He had the guy wide open, so to speak, and missed him. That would have been the game, but, oh well. But he still brought his team to the Super Bowl. Not many quarterbacks could say that they did that. And then last year, Bosa going down on the second game, and then Jimmy G going down the sixth game. That high ankle sprain. There's no way you can come back that soon on a high ankle sprain. There's just no way. I've had a high ankle sprain before, and it's worse than a break, guys. It's worse than a break. So I feel sorry for Jimmy G. I think there might still be a trade for Jimmy G. I think that might happen after the draft. I think really that might happen, But let's go over the draft, people. Come on now. Ready, people? Let's get ready. Let's get ready. The 2021 Calvin Dean mock draft is live. Number one pick. The number one pick is Mr. Trevor Lawrence from Clemson Tigers going to Jacksonville. Number one pick, Jacksonville, the lonely Jacksonville Jaguars. He's going to pick up the junior from Clemson, 6'6", 213 pounds. Guy has 10-inch hands. One of the biggest hands of a quarterback. This guy he's an Adonis. He's a Hercules. This kid is all that and then some. I mean, he's going to be Mr. All-World. I can guarantee you that. Unfortunately, he has to go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's the unfortunate part, but he is going to be all-world. I mean, the kid is just stout, So we get the number 2 pick. I know it's a really quick pick on the number 1 pick. We all know that Jacksonville's taking Trevor Lawrence. That's the easiest pick of the whole NFL draft. The number 2 pick that's the tricky one. You had Sam Darnold of the New York Jets. Sam is just, he's been roughed up. I mean, their offensive line was terrible. He's always in a hurry, always throwing off balance. Had absolutely no weapons to really throw to. I'm sorry, guys. You could talk to me till you're blue in the face. Say, oh, he had this one. No. Come on. Crowder? I'm sorry. Really? I mean, yeah. Don't want to hear it. And the Jets are just they're a disappointment. They're just a disappointment. They're going to go after a quarterback. I don't think they should. If I was the New York Jets GM, there's no way I'd be going after quarterback. I'd keep Sam Darnold, and let's just shore up that offensive line. Let's just shore it up. But the Jets making one boneheaded move after one boneheaded move will have another boneheaded move, and they're going to pick Mr. Zach Wilson of BYU. That will be the second quarterback out of the draft, and number 1 and number 2 quarterbacks going. I don't think it should be a quarterback for the New York Jets, but that's their draft. Number 3, Ray. Wow. Yeah, the suspense is killing me. Shanahan just didn't go to the didn't go to the Alabama pro debut for nothing. I mean, the guy was there. He looked at Mac Jones. Mac threw around 60 balls that day. He just fits right into what Kyle Shanahan wants to do. at San Francisco. And I think that's a good pick. I think it's a great pickup for the San Francisco 49ers. Now, mind you, I still like Jimmy G. I really do. I think Jimmy G is just, he's all that and then some. I really do think he is. I think he brought his team there. Last year he got hurt really bad, high ankle sprain, put him out of commission, and then they had some hurt players. People was hurt. Cole, everyone was hurt on that team. Running backs, wide out. Debo Samuels was hurt all season long. Finally came back. It was mid-season, and he just wasn't Debo Samuels. And I just can't see them giving up on Jimmy G so easily. Everyone was hurt, and wait until they come back. And I think that's probably what they're going to do. I think they're going to pick up Mac Jones, and then they're going to keep Jimmy G for the year and see how he does. And Mac will flourish underneath of Jimmy G. Either that, or they're going to get rid of Jimmy G for, another player, a first rounder or something like that, or second rounder, and deal him off. And Mac Jones will be the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, or should I say Nikki's 49ers, my good friend Nikki up in San Francisco. That's her team. She lives and dies by those guys. So she's all worried about me. And she's like, what do you think? What do you think? She's always just freaking out. Do you think it's a good one? You think it's a good one? And, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a great pick, Now, how about Mitchell Trubisky going over to the Bills? That was a great pickup for the Bills. Great pickup. That was a free agency pickup. Wow, I can't believe they got rid of Mitchell Trubisky for, oh my God, Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is going to be the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears. One more time. Andy Dalton is going to be the Chicago Bears starting quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, how do you feel about that? How about Jared Goff over at the, I was going to say Los Angeles Rams, of course, the Detroit Lions. Jared, how do you feel about Andy Dalton, the new starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears? And what about Kirk Cousins? Hey, Kurt, how do you feel about Andy Dalton taking the reins of the Chicago Bears? It doesn't get old. It just doesn't get old, people. It doesn't get old. So we got the first three picks, three quarterbacks. The next pick is the Atlanta Falcons. Now, mind you, the Atlanta Falcons, I don't think they're going to, I think it's going to be the top four picks are going to be quarterbacks. I really do. I think Justin Fields will be the next quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to pick Justin Fields. He's sort of like that Michael Vick-ish, not as good, but he has that tendency to run around and very athletic quarterback. And I think the Atlanta Falcons are going to pick him up. Yeah, definitely. The fifth pick, the Cincinnati Bengals. They need to protect Joe Burrows. They just need to protect him. I told everyone last year, in my draft show of last season, I said, I hope Cincinnati does not start Joe Burrows, because if they do, he's going to get hurt. And sure enough, what happened? He gets hurt. And man, he got hit. He got rocked. Man, he was just getting rocked all over the place. Poor Joe Burrows, poor him. And I'm telling you something, they need a big old offensive lineman, and they're going to get it. Penei Sewell from Oregon, and the guy is this massive. He's this massive 325 pound, 6'6", just going to be a devastating force for the Cincinnati Bengals. They need some more offensive linemen to solidify that number one pick they had last year. Now, number 6 pick, the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, they're seeing all these other teams having 2 tight ends, right? 2 tight ends, big tight ends, and like New England Patriots. I mean, on and on and on. And you got to think about it. They're going to play New England, and they're going to have two wideouts. They're two big tight ends. And I certainly believe that the Miami Dolphins need some help. And they're going to get another tight end, Kyle Pitts from Florida. I really believe that they're going to pick Kyle. The Miami Dolphins, he's 6'6", 245 pounds. It's just going to have that great tandem, a big old, tight end, and Glitsky's tight end. I mean, I'm telling you, the two tight ends, it's going to really solidify that offense. Especially they have Parker and, I'm telling you something. The Miami Dolphins definitely are going to pick up a great tight end on that one. We have the Detroit Lions, the next one. Detroit, what does the Detroit Lions need? Well, they need almost everything. They have Jared Goff instead of Matthew Stafford, and they just got rid of Kenny Galladay, so they're going to need to solidify that position. So they're going to pick up Ja'Marr Chase of LSU. I think Ja'Marr Chase will be the number 7th pick by the Detroit Lions. They want to definitely shore up the offense for Jared Goff. If they're going to pick Jared Goff, they're definitely going to go after the offense, and I think they're going to take the LSU phenom Ja'Marr Chase. The kid can fly. He's great. He's like watching a video game. He's that good. The next team to pick would be number 8, the Carolina Panthers. Carolina, man, they're just, I feel sorry for them in a way. I mean, they're trying to get Deshaun Watson. Watson has these troubles with all these lawsuits against him, with all these females coming out and telling him how terrible he was, and you have to give a benefit of the doubt on both ends, and I hope I wish the females well and hope they didn't suffer too much, if that's true. And then on the other hand, if it's not true, I feel sorry for Deshaun Watson. So it's either or. I never judge anyone until there's a settlement or a jury, of our peers to judge another person. So we'll see what's going on. It's an odd. Suddenly, all these people start coming out of the woodwork. Oh, joining the bandwagon of suing him, but not going as far as any type of criminal acts. That's right there is scary. That right there is scary. So I think the Carolina Panthers are probably going to go after a quarterback, and Mr. Trey Lance, North Dakota State. I think they're going to go after North Dakota State phenom Trey Lance, 6'4", 224 pounds. The kid is he's all world and then some. I mean, really, he's definitely, mobile. He's got a great arm, and I think the Panthers are definitely going to pick up Trey Lance. And then the Broncos now. The Broncos, well, they have Drew Lock, right? And they have some great wideouts, too. They need to shore up the offensive line for Mr. Locke. I really think they should. I mean, they really need to get down to where they used to have this great running game, and then they play off the running game and with the passing, and to be able to get Gordon some big holes, that would be really important. And I think they're going to pick up Northwestern offensive tackle senior Rashawn Slater, and I think he's going to go to the Denver Broncos. Definitely he's huge. He's 304. He's from Sugar Land, Texas, and 6'4", 304 pounds, 10.5-inch hands. Wow, that's huge. That is huge. I'm telling you something. Definitely, he's going to go to the Denver Broncos. The next the next team that's up is the Dallas Cowboys. They're picking number 10. Dallas, what did everyone say about Dallas? What did they say? They need a defense, guys. And they need a defense, and I think Patrick Surtain II is a perfect specimen for the NFL, especially for the Dallas Cowboys. I really think they're going to pick up a cornerback to one of the best quarterbacks in the draft, and the guy has a vertical leap that's just is unheard of, and I think that's what's going to happen to the Dallas Cowboys. The next pick will be the New York Football Giants. Man, they need everything and everybody, right? I think the Football Giants are going to pick an edge rusher. I think Gregory Rousseau, from Miami. He's a great edge rusher. The kid is just, he's strength. He's all muscle. 266 pounds of all sheer muscle. And he's 6'7", guys. 6 foot, and his hands are 11 inches. Wow, that's huge. I mean, the kid is just so good, and I think that is all what the Giants need. They need that edge rusher, because they got Galladay, right? So, and Jones and Barkley's coming back, and they have the tight end position, 2 tight end positions now, and that are solidified. They're definite. They have Kyle Rudolph. Come on, man. Kyle Rudolph he's good. He's good. So it's going to definitely throw a wrench in. I don't think they're going to go wide out. A lot of people think they're going to wide out. I don't think they will. I think they're going to edge rusher from Miami. Then we have the number 12 pick. No, what do they need? What does the Philadelphia Eagles need? They're going to need, they just got rid of Deshaun Watson. Well, what about Jalen Waddle, the wideout of the junior from Alabama? I think that's where they're going to help with Jalen Hurts. They're going to help him out. He's 5'10", 182 pounds. The kid can fly. Fly. He's fast. He's very fast. And that's what I think. Now, with the Los Angeles Chargers, what would you think the Chargers need? I think the Chargers need another wideout. I really do. Someone to solidify. I think Devonta Smith from Alabama, another Alabama wideout. They just churn him up. They churn him up and churn him up. I think he's going to go to the Chargers. Definitely. Chargers need him. Another speedy wideout, 175 pounds, 6 foot. Man, why they need that in that when they're in that division with Kansas City and the Cheetah. They need someone, and there it is, right there, man. That's who they're going to go with, Devonta Smith from Alabama. And the next pick will be the Minnesota Vikings, mind you. I think Minnesota needs to shore up that defense. I really do. I think they're going to go with a linebacker, Micah Parsons, and I think they really need to solidify that defense, and I think that's where the Minnesota Vikings are definitely going to go to. The 15th pick. Now, the 15th pick is New England Patriots. New England Patriots, they've been loading up. They've just been loading up on talent, and they're going to need an offensive guard. I really think they need to solidify that offensive line, for Cam Newton, so he can get the ball out. And I think they're going to Elijah Vera Tucker from USC, the offensive guard. He's a monster. He's 315 pounds, 6'4". Seriously, the kid is a monster. I think he's going to go, and I really do. They're going to, New England Patriots will pick him up. And the 16th pick. Now the 16th pick is the Cardinals. And they have all those wideouts, everything. And I think the Cardinals are going to pick up an edge rusher from Georgia, Azia Ojulari. Boy, I really screwed his name up, didn't I? He's from Marietta, Georgia, 6'2", 249 pounds. The kid is just, he's good. He's good. He's got to put on some more weight, but he's fast. He's like, he's built. He's built like a god, and I definitely think that the Cardinals will have to, will definitely pick up. Him. Now think about it. Then they would have 2 edge rushers, actually 3 even, and boy, the Cardinals would just think about it, guys. Think about it. Another edge rusher. Whew. Wow. And then we have the Las Vegas Raiders. And the Raiders, they need everything. They just do. And I think they're going to pick up J.C. Horn out of South Carolina. The cornerback is going to go to the Raiders. He's big, 6'1", 205-pound corner. I mean, the kid is good. He's very good. I think he's going to go to the Raiders. And then I have the 18th pick. Now, mind you, the Miami Dolphins, they're sneaky. They're sneaky. They had a number 6 pick. And now the Miami Dolphins have the number 18 pick. They have 2 picks in the first round. It's unheard of, guys. And I think they're going to continue with their defense. And I think they're going to give Jeremiah Ojulari Amora. I just screwed that up. From Notre Dame. Jeremiah from Notre Dame, 215 pounds. He's just speed on speed. He's a really great player, linebacker, and he's going to go to the Miami Dolphins. And then we have the Washington football team. What do they need? I think they're going to need an offensive tackle for Fitzpatrick, another, to shore up that offense. They're going to go with Oklahoma State, Tevin Jenkins. He's the kid's 310 pounds, 6'5". He looks like Superman. The kid is huge. And I think they're going to get him. We have the Chicago Bears, number 20. I think Chicago's definitely going to, you definitely can get into, God, man, I think Chicago needs another wideout. So they're going to look to Florida, and they're going to get Mr. Tony from Florida. That kid can fly. I mean, he was an all-world, 189 pounds, 5'11". You have to have that type of speed on the outside now, really do. And I think that Chicago Bears going to need that. All they need, because who's the Chicago Bears quarterback? Who is it? Andy Dalton. That just doesn't get old. Then we have the Indianapolis Colts. I think definitely they're going to go with wideout. Terrence Marshall out of LSU. The kid can fly. It'll help out Carson Wentz. It's just, he's 6'4". He's one of those big, and that's what they need, because with Ty coming back and they have all the speed in the world, they need a big 6'4", 200-pound bruiser wideout from LSU. That would be great for Mr. Carson Wentz. We have the Tennessee Titans. I think the Titans are going to go with a cornerback. They just got rid of a corner, one of the great corners, and I think they're going to go with a cornerback, Caleb Farley from Virginia Tech. I think they're definitely going to pick up a corner on that one. 6'1", 207 pounds. A junior, once again. I think the Tennessee Titans will definitely pick up him. The New York Jets have another pick in the first round. I think the New York Jets are going to go with a great, I highly believe probably an edge rusher, to really shore up their defense. Penn State, we have Jason Oweh, Oweh, and I think he's going to be definitely, they're going to pick up him, 257 pounds. 6'5". The guy's a great edge rusher. I think the Jets really need something like that. Jets need a lot of stuff. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they just got rid of J.J. Watt. So what do they need? I think they're going to pick up another edge rusher. And Jalen Phillips from Miami. He's really good. And, they get rid of one, they pick up another. 6'6", 260 pounds. The kid is just, he's all world. J.J. Watt went to the Carolina Cardinals, and the Cardinals are going to pick up another edge rusher through this draft. The Cardinals are going to be tough this year, guys. Tough. Okay, the Jags. The Jags are up. Okay, so the Jags, they pick up, Trevor Lawrence. And they got some good, some great free agents that they picked up. So what do you do? They got rid of Jalen Ramsey, right? Went to the Rams, one of the best. And so I think they're going to pick up the TCU phenom, and that kid is all that and then some. 6'1", 202 pounds. Some Spring Branch, Texas. This kid is just so good. And that's who Trevon Mohig. They're going to pick him up. And then we have the Browns. The Browns, they're, it'd be great to get an offensive tackle for the Browns. Or maybe, I'm thinking more maybe just another linebacker. That would be pretty good. I think Jarmean Davis is going to go to the Browns. I think he will. I think they will. They're going to pick him up. Really great linebacker from Kentucky. He's agile. He's 234 pounds. He can run. And he's 6'3". Kid looks like he's like an all-American weightlifter. That's for sure. And so we have the next pick. 27th pick would be the Baltimore Ravens. They just signed Sammy Watkins, but who knows? I think they need another wideout. I think they're going to go with another wideout. Maybe even I would say just maybe another wideout. I don't know. I think they should. I think they should go, or maybe even running back. I would go with another running back. Why don't have a dual threat? So I'm definitely go with the running back from Clemson, Travis. Travis, he's great. 215 pounds, 5'10". The kid can definitely fly, and I think he's definitely gonna. That would really do well. Take the edge off of Lamar Jackson, wouldn't it? 28th pick. I think the 28th pick will be definitely an offensive tackle for the New Orleans Saints. Offensive tackle Christian Darrisaw from Virginia Tech. He's pretty big, guys. He's pretty big. He's that all-world huge offensive tackle, 315 pounds, 6'4". That's what you need. You need to, have a big offensive tackle to push people around. That's for sure. The Green Bay Packers, on the other hand, I think they're going to go with an offensive tackle from Notre Dame, Lame Ichenberg. And, I think he's definitely going to, they need an offensive tackle. Now, I would like to see an offensive tackle go to the Kansas City Chiefs. We're still waiting on that, seeing how many, how that pans out. But maybe Kansas City will trade down for that. We'll see. The Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills. I think they need an offensive, something in the offense, or maybe even a defensive guy. I don't know. It's just. It's up for grabs with Buffalo. I think they probably will take a cornerback, Sean Samuel from Junior. He's just so good. Florida State, 5'10", 180 pounds. Wow. Just the kid can just play all that and then some. And then we get into the 31th pick. They're going to definitely try to solidify the offensive line. They got rid of the tackles, so they're going to try to maybe even trade down for Liam. We'll see about that. That's Kansas City Chiefs. It's up for grabs right now in my books. That's for sure. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to change the whole concept of this. I am. I'm going to change this up. A 29th pick with the Green Bay Packers. I really think they're going to go out, and I think they're going to pick up a wideout. I really do. I think instead of an offensive tackle, I know I said Christian, because I think Christian's going to go to the Kansas City Chiefs. But I think there's a kid out there that is just all world and then some, and everyone's been talking about him, and his name is that would be Rodell Moore, wideout from Purdue. I think that's where he's going. That's for sure. It's exciting, people. This is exciting stuff. I really think that they're going to pick up him, and it's just it's all about that, and then some. And then you have the Kansas City Chiefs. They need an offensive tackle. I think it'll be Spencer Brown. I don't know. There's so many different ones that I think what's going to happen. Offensive tackles are, it's the key because they got rid of both of their offensive tackles. So they're going to need to get one, right? That's for sure. And I think there's a great offensive tackle, Spencer Brown, from Northern Iowa. I think he's a great fit for them. And last but not least, we have defensive linemen, I think that's going to definitely go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and defensive lineman, that's for sure. I mean, it's such a, you never know where they're going to pick. What are they looking for in the future or anything else like that. But I think there's an Iowa, Iowa defensive tackle, Davion Nixon. And I think he's going to go as the 32nd pick on the NFL draft. Guys, it's been fun. There's so much going on right now, and I'm going to go over the draft even more in depth next week. So anyway, thank you for tuning in to the Calvin Dean Show. This is Calvin Dean signing off. See you next week. Sponsored by the NFL Network.